Success is never measured by the trophies you collect. It's measured by the lives you inspire. As the evening lights illuminated the grand international awards venue, Ethan stepped onto the red carpet with quiet confidence. Cameras flashed from every direction, while young entrepreneurs and supporters welcomed him with applause and admiration. Inside the magnificent auditorium, the atmosphere was filled with anticipation. World-class business leaders, innovators, and change-makers gathered to celebrate those who had transformed lives through leadership. Moments later, the host proudly announced, "The Global Leadership Excellence Award goes to Ethan." The audience rose to their feet in a powerful standing ovation. With humility in his heart, Ethan walked toward the stage and accepted the award with a grateful smile. Holding the trophy, he looked across the audience and said, "This award doesn't belong to me alone. It belongs to every person who chose courage over fear, hope over doubt, and action over excuses." The room fell silent. Because everyone realized the greatest victory isn't becoming successful. It's helping others believe they can succeed too. As Ethan stepped away from the stage, the audience remained on their feet, applauding with admiration. His words had reached far beyond the ceremony. They had touched hearts. Backstage, a group of young entrepreneurs gathered around him, eager to ask questions and share their dreams. Ethan listened carefully to every story. One young founder nervously presented a bold startup idea. Instead of pointing out weaknesses, Ethan smiled and opened a digital strategy board. "Every successful business begins with a simple idea," he said. "But success belongs to those who improve that idea every single day." The young entrepreneur nodded with renewed confidence. Soon, the entire group joined the discussion, exchanging ideas and encouraging one another. The room was filled with energy, hope, and determination. Before leaving, Ethan looked at the future leaders and said, "Don't chase success, chase growth. Because when you become better every day, success will eventually find you." At that moment, they didn't just leave with advice. They left with the confidence to build a future they once believed was impossible. A few days later, Ethan arrived at a world-class technology innovation center. Inside, brilliant young entrepreneurs and engineers were transforming bold ideas into real products that could change lives. Ethan walked through the lab, carefully observing every project with genuine interest. He stopped beside a young inventor who looked nervous before an important investor presentation. Placing a reassuring hand on the inventor's shoulder, Ethan smiled. "Confidence isn't about knowing everything," he said. "It's about believing you can learn anything." Moments later, the presentation began. The young inventor spoke with confidence, clearly explaining the vision behind the innovation. When the presentation ended, the investors exchanged smiles and applauded enthusiastically. The startup received its first major investment. The entire team celebrated with excitement, realizing that months of hard work had finally paid off. Watching the celebration, Ethan quietly smiled. He knew that success wasn't created by luck. It was built through courage, preparation, and the willingness to keep moving forward when others chose to quit. As Ethan's journey inspired more people around the world, he decided it was time to give back in an even bigger way. He organized a special recognition ceremony for talented young entrepreneurs who had shown extraordinary determination and leadership. One by one, the winners stepped onto the stage with proud smiles as Ethan personally handed each of them an achievement certificate. The audience applauded, celebrating not only their success, but the courage that brought them there. Parents embraced their children with joy, while cameras captured unforgettable moments of pride and happiness. A few days later, Ethan visited a local school where students welcomed him with bright smiles and endless curiosity. He walked into the classroom, greeted every student, and shared a simple but powerful message. Your dreams don't depend on where you come from. They depend on how hard you're willing to work for them. The students listened with complete attention. As Ethan handed books to the children, the room filled with applause and hope. Walking out of the classroom, Ethan smiled quietly. Because he knew every child who believes in their dream today has the power to change the world tomorrow.